Yes, today we are talking about how to own your swing changes. Hi there everybody, Andrew Rice here on the lesson tee at the Western Savannah Harbor Resort. Golf Digest Top 50, Golf.com Top 100. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm going to ask, before we cut to the action, I'm going to ask for two favors. Number one, could you check to make sure you're subscribed to my channel? Would love to have you as a partner in this YouTube journey. Number two, I would love to have you visit my website, andrewricegolf.com. Please take a look around, tons of articles, tons of videos, lots of information as to how you can get in touch and come and spend some time with me. Let's look at how we can start to own those swing changes. Just taken a lesson, you've just read an article, you just watched a video, and you have what you believe to be the information that's going to make a difference to you. The question is, how do you incorporate those changes, that different feel into your golf swing, into ultimately better shots? I think we've got to start with what you may have heard called or referred to as block practice. We've got to start with block practice, and this is what I call the technical phase, the swing phase of our practice. By no means, please hear me on this one, by no means is this the only way to practice, because we've all tried it. We take a lesson, we get out on the tee, we work on our swing, and we go and play and it doesn't work that well, and as a result we end up pitching the information. It may have been good information, but we throw that out simply because it didn't work. And so how can you start to work towards owning the changes in your golf swing? I think we've got to set some ground rules first. Number one, 7 or an 8 iron. We don't need to be hitting drivers or wedges or delicate little shots when we're working on our golf swing. Let's make it easy for ourselves, so we're going to use a 7 or an 8 iron. Speaking of making it easy, I'd love for us to, we've got some golf balls here, we're going to tee the ball up, we've got our target, I'm heading to the red and white flag out there. Those are good things to have. 8 iron, I've got an 8 in my hand right here. Ball on a tee to start with. It's not going to stay on a tee forever. And as you can tell, I've got an alignment aid here. Very simple, just some braided string with 2 tees pushed through the ends and pointed straight at my target. I can tee my ball up close to it. I can knock it, I can bump it. It's not going anywhere. It's going to stay there. Nice and helpful, going to keep me honest in the alignment department. Now, how do I take ownership? I need some reps. I've got to put some reps under my belt, and by that I mean rehearsals. I need to rehearse this movement. So let's say I taught a lesson earlier today where I had a young golfer who on the way down they lost the angle, they casted, they gave up their lag. And so what I wanted them to do was get to the top, and we've all heard 90-degree angle, that's an acute angle between the shaft and my lead forearm. That's an obtuse angle. This player got obtuse, wide, casted too quickly. And so we're going to just use this as an example. You might have something completely different. This is going to be our example that we take through this journey on owning swing changes. And so what I asked the player to do was, and we're going to practice in 3 layers. The first layer is my overly technical conscious layer, where I need to do things very slowly, very deliberately, so that I can make sure I'm doing them correctly, because I've learned this over the years, many years of teaching golfers, that when a player says, oh yeah, I can do that, and they make a full swing at normal speed, you know what changes? Zippo, nothing changes. And so we need to be slow and deliberate. And so we're going to view this as we're practicing in 3 different layers. When we're working on our swing, we're going to practice in 3 different layers. Layer 1 is very technical, very slow, very deliberate. And so the swings I encourage this golfer to make looked something like this. Up to the top, pause it, feel that acute angle, and now we're simply gonna, from here, I want you to rotate through slowly. Okay, there's really no fun in it. It's a little cumbersome, it's a little tedious. From face on, it looks something like this. Up, get that wrist angle, and now I'm really trying, I want to keep that angle on the way down. And so I may rehearse that every now and then, but I'm gonna get up here and just make that motion on through. Nothing fancy, and you're not gonna hit amazing golf shots when you're doing this. Keep in mind, it's like trying to ride a one-wheeled bicycle, a unicycle, okay? I suppose it wouldn't be called a one-wheeled bicycle. It's difficult in the beginning and we might fall off, but we get up and we try again. And so level 1 is very deliberate, very slow, very tedious, and I'm rehearsing. This is an important factor. I think I want everyone to make sure you get this, is when you're preparing to hit this next shot, I want at least one rehearsal between shots, at least one, and I'd love to see more, because it's all about making the motion, okay? And people will talk about muscle memory. There is no such thing. Muscles don't have a brain, and as a result, they cannot remember. But we do have neural pathways pertaining to movement where we develop this tendency, this pattern to move in a certain way, and we need to change that, and so we're going to go slowly. So I'll hit one more on level 1, and when you're working on your swing, I'd encourage you to do a lot more than one more. Feel that angle there, very slow, very deliberate. Okay, and I'm trying to hit all of these towards one target. Level 2, we're working up. Our objective is improved mechanics at full or faster speed. Super important. Improved mechanics, a better swing at your normal or even faster speed. Okay? And so we need to, in our practice, we need to build up towards that. As we work towards incorporating these movements, these changes, we need to build up towards that. And so level 2 is slow-mo. There's no pause. We're still slow, we're still deliberate, and we are most certainly going to incorporate rehearsals between each shot. But level 2 is all in one motion as we start to blend and work up towards one move, one golf swing, one athletic golf swing. And so here we go. So level 2s, I'm going to start out on a tee. I would always practice level 1s off of a tee, but level 2s, and these balls are not going to go very far. I would say that shot's going 60, 70 yards with an 8-iron for me. My normal 8-iron goes about 180. No, it doesn't go 180, it goes 150. Carry. Let me do another one. Slow motion, Andrew. Rehearse, don't forget your rehearsal. Got to feel that angle, like I'm keeping that angle all the way to impact here. Slow. Even slower than the previous one. And I find that for most golfers, swinging slowly is actually very difficult. Anything you put your mind to achieving, you can do. And if you spend time trying to go slowly, level 2, you're going to get it. You can do it. Now, the second half of level 2, I'm going to take the tee away and I'm going to hit this next one, slow motion, a little more of a challenge, not quite as easy, but I'm going to hit it slow motion off the ground. We're starting to wean ourselves off of that tee slowly. Okay, maybe a little low on the face, but you get the idea. Level 3, now we're up to pretty close to full speed. You don't have to start at full speed right off the bat, but level 3 is always off the ground as we would encounter on the golf course. And I am still going to rehearse between shots. I'm going to rehearse the change, and from face on, just so you can see it, up there, I'm trying to feel that way. I'm trying to feel like I keep some of that lag so that I can get the hands more forward. That's our example. Okay, that's our example. This video is not so much about the technical side of the swing, it's about the technical side of practice, the technical side of owning the changes that you've discovered, that you found. And so this is going to be pretty close to 3/4 speed. Oh, very thin, Andrew. Let's try that again. Don't forget your rehearsals, buddy. Okay, we're just trying to incorporate the change, that movement pattern. That was more like it. Okay, so you get the idea. Recap, summary. When incorporating, when moving some new moves, some changes into your golf swing, into your arsenal of weapons you've got out on the golf course, I like for an alignment aid. I like to use tees for part of the time, particularly in the beginning. I like to use a 7 or an 8 iron. Let's make life easy so we don't have to attend to all these different things. From there, we're going to start at level 1, move to level 2, level 3. Our objective, improved mechanics at full or faster speed. And we're going to be very conscious, very slow, very pausey, very deliberate at level 1. Level 2, there's no pauses. We're still slow, we're still deliberate. It's that slow motion move all the way up and all the way through. And level 3, we start to work all the way up to full speed. 3/4 speed, building up to full speed as we incorporate and start to take ownership of those changes. I hope this helps your golf. Thank you so much for your time. Thanks for tuning in. And if you like this video, give it a like. If you've got a comment, if you've got a question, know that I'm here to help. I want to be your go-to person towards playing better golf. Let's get better together. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure you've clicked that subscribe button in the top right corner of the screen. And if you are subscribed, give us a like, share it with a friend. You know you've got friends out there that certainly could benefit from some of this information. Even if you are subscribed, I'd love for you to give the bell a ring. Ring that little bell in the bottom right corner of the screen there. That way, anytime I post new information, you'll get notified, and hopefully we can get better together at enjoying this great game.